Thanks for listening to the Tech Tools for Teachers podcast, where each week we talk about a free piece or two of technology that you can use in your classroom. I'm your host, Shanna Martin. I'm a middle school teacher, technology, and instructional coach from my district.
And I'm her producer and husband, Fuzz Martin, and I keep this show polished. Chrome.
Ah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
There you go. I tried.
That works.
Yeah.
I get it. I didn't get it, but now I do.
Well, yeah. It's
because we're talking about Chrome experiments today, and you're talking about like you polish Chrome.
Yeah.
I'm glad I just explained the pun to everybody who else.
Thank you, everybody. So
too.
here, let's break down this joke for you. So today we're talking about Chrome experiments. Chrome is shiny, but in order to get it that way, you need to polish it. Okay, so
Right.
that's what I do with this show.
Good job.
Because I'm also a producer, which means that I
Polished up,
polish it up
make it fancy.
and make it fancy.
I just talk, and then you make me sound good.
Yeah, that's my job. I'm here to make you look good.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Speaking of
I enjoy it.
appreciation,
Teacher Appreciation Week.
it is Teacher Appreciation Week.
I don't have those sound effects in my little notepad here. I've got a bell, but that's all.
That's like
That's
the
all.
saddest appreciation. Bing. We appreciate you.
Yeah. So
Yes. So, but teachers all over, everywhere, educators around the world, you are so needed. We appreciate you.
Especially now. I mean, we needed you before too, but we need you now.
We appreciate all of your hard work. I get it.
It's 1:15. I'm all alone and I need you now.
Yes. So,
Yes.
episode 120, we always got to liven it up this time of the year. It's May, and May the 4th be with all of you.
Oh, yes. May the 4th be with all of you.
Totally happening this week.
and with
So
your
if
spirit.
you need to go back 2 episodes for some lesson planning,
Yeah.
episode 118,
Yes. You should share that on your Twitter this week.
I will. If you need a little Star Wars lesson, shake it up. My kids are all getting stickers if they wear Star Wars stuff.
Are you going to turn on the Wampa this week? No, it's not a Wampa. It's a
The Bantha.
Bantha.
And yes, the Bantha will be on May 4th.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
also our walkathon for school. So maybe the Bantha will come to the
Oh.
walkathon.
Get you a leash from our puppy.
Ooh, this could be fun.
Yeah,
The 8th graders have no idea what they're in store for.
I'm in. I'm coming to walkathon.
Yes. So with all of that, we got to keep it light and kind of fun. So I decided I love a good Chrome experiment, and they're always coming out with new ones. And, if Flappy Bird was a hit, you're going to find some cool Chrome experiments that are going to be fun for your students. So this week, episode 120, we are talking about Chrome experiments for creativity. So if you want to spark some creativity, if you need a brain break, if you just need 5 minutes of your kids busy because it's raining outside and cold, even though it's springtime, we need, oh my goodness, you are so in the Chrome experiment as I'm talking about it. Okay, well, let's start there. Which one did you jump into? There's 2 we're talking about today, and they both do what you were doing.
Oh, okay.
So which one are
I
you
went
in?
to Sound Canvas.
Okay, so the first one we'll talk about is Sound Canvas, since my producer is trying it out and dancing literally in front of me while I'm trying to speak. So Sound Canvas has 2 options.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn my pen on because pen down means your pen doesn't work. And as you
Okay.
draw,
Yeah.
your computer, oh, I muted myself. Here we go. While you draw, if you can hear me,
Yeah.
the higher you go. When you draw art and you make images, the images connect to sound, which is
Yes.
so cool. Make sure the kids have headphones for this or they're going to drive you crazy. But it's such a cool correlation with like where on a canvas your pen is, like lower on the page.
Yeah.
And as they make a picture, it makes the sound that goes with it. It's so much fun. But
Yes.
there's more.
Wait.
So you can download the PNG. So once you've created your art, you can also download your art, which is cool. But what my awesome producer / husband across from me is doing is not only can you use a keyboard and a mouse,
Yeah.
but you click body
Yes.
and then it connects to your camera and then your face or nose or body or arms become the pen on
Yes.
your screen.
So
and
you
then
can dance and
you
make
can dance and make a drawing that makes sound on your computer.
I am here for this, as the kids are saying.
And it is so much fun because you can pick the point that you want to. And you can also change positions within percentages. And as you move around.
By the way, that is Shanna making that noise. That's not me. That's not me dancing.
I'm making it. I'm on the trackpad right now. So you can, or your kids can, get the wiggles out. Absolutely. You just switch it to body and they can jump around in front of their Chromebooks and draw art, and it connects to music and they can hear it while they're dancing. And it's really fun.
Yeah.
And easily to run. Like you literally click on sound canvas and then go. Like it's just go mode. Then if you don't like it,
it was a Chrome extension that you had to install.
No, these are experiments. So they're not extensions.
Yes.
It's just
I was mistaken.
Yes, so they're both experiments today. So you literally click and go, and you want to clear your board and try something new. I'm drawing a castle right now.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
With a little person.
Yeah.
And he's got pants now.
Nice.
And a shirt.
Oh, we can hear it.
Can't you hear the shirt going on my person?
Can you hear that's a shirt? It sounds like a shirt. You just draw a nostril?
Right. See? But sound can't. Okay, I'll stop. Yeah. Pen down. That's a key button. Pen down stops the noise. I didn't make that. You did. So sound canvas, it's so much fun. It is like jump in, go, entertainment for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Or you can teach your kids how to do it and then send them home and watch what happens, I'm sure. But they can dance in front of it, and just a cool way just to, explore a little creativity, connect it with sound. Thank you. Yes. Which I appreciate though, because it helps those kids make connections like lower and higher. It's just kind of a cool way to be creative on your computer, your Chromebook, or your iPad. You can do it anywhere. You just click and play.
Like, I can see how this could be a big hit.
Yes.
Especially with the camera.
Yes, because all you do is turn the camera and then like push in your chair and jump around and watch what happens.
Right.
With your earbuds or your wireless headphones.
Can you do this on?
Because your sanity is going to be lost if you don't have them with earbuds in.
Would this work with a smartboard?
No. Well, you have to have a camera to be able to do it. So if you have a camera set up to the computer that connects to your smartboard, you could.
I suppose you could, yeah.
But you would be, and you can absolutely do it that way, but that would be kind of a lot versus just having kids jump around in front of their Chromebooks or their iPads.
I was just thinking of the whole class could see.
Yes. You could project. Face. You could absolutely project from, like if you have a computer that's connected.
Facing a student dancing and then projecting the.
Yeah. So like my smartboard has the ability to, like kids can just QR code and then have their screen be shown on my smartboard. Mm-hmm. So if you are able to, if your Chromebooks connect to your smartboards, you can just have whatever kid's Chromebook and jump around and they could show their art to the class. Absolutely.
And then they can literally jump up and get down.
Yes. Yes, they could. So the next super fun Chrome experiment that we are talking about is already being used again today. It's called Keyboard. I guess I should start with both websites are creatability.withgoogle.com. Okay. The first one that we just talked about was sound-canvas.
Yep.
And the second one is creatability.withgoogle.com/keyboard.
Keyboard, yep.
So they're both in the Chrome Experiments creativity section, if that's where you're looking.
Yes.
And this one is a super fun keyboard that plays. So it's great because if you go like give a tutorial in the beginning of both of these sites, it literally walks you through what to do. And there's like 5 steps, like click on a letter. It'll give you a sound. You could have more than one key. You could have more than one instrument. You could have more than one scale in your major. How many notes do you want? Go. And go. And before you start with the video nonsense again, I have the marimba. Yay me. I set it with major. I have a root note, which is D sharp and E flat. Sparkles and sunshine. Let's go with C because that's easier for everybody. Look at my scale. Yay me.
Look at you and your scale.
How many notes do I want? And you can go from 5 to 15.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
You can have all the sounds. Look at us playing. Okay. And then you have your tracking, which of course you can play with your keyboard mouse per usual, or
you can use your body.
Or you can use your body again and it connects to your camera and you can dance and play on the keyboard, which is really fun. So again, inside, stuck, or want some entertainment for 5 minutes at the end of the school year, or want to have your students in music class practice their letters and notes, which this totally applies to.
I wish you could use your hands and like play multiple ones at once. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes. Instead of just one note at a time.
Yeah.
But for sounds, you have the synth and you have strings. And then you have the choir.
Oh.
We could pretend like we're a part of pentatonics. So what you could do, if you're being creative and you have your students all doing this together without headphones, this is where you might want to take headphones out. If you click choir and each kid's in charge of a note in your classroom, they could decide a song together. Is that so fun?
We're playing back and forth. I love this. First of all.
Yeah.
Second of all, I'm not coming back upstairs tonight. I'm just going to be playing with this all night.
It's really fun. And again, they are both just like play and go. They are not, there's no setup. There's no learning curve. You just jump in. At any point too, you can hit the pause button. So if you're like over it, like everybody pause or everybody mute. They have a mute button too. So if you're over your students playing for a second or you want to give them directions, you can absolutely do that. But what a fun way to just kind of brighten up your day and play around and do some music and some creativity that you may not always use in your classroom. And it's May and we could all use some bright spots in our day.
Yeah. And I will say this too. If you go, so these are cool. These two are awesome. And I will play with them for hours.
And share with your friends.
But if you, so the site is creatability.
Yes.
.withgoogle.com, as you mentioned.
Correct.
If you just go to that site, instead of to the links to the two that we just showed you, there are others in this that are also very cool.
Yes. And some of them we've talked about before. Some of them we've talked on previous episodes with different types of the music ones we have talked about.
Yeah, like WordSynth.
Hello, this is WordSynth.
Yes.
It just
yes. Yeah. And all of them you'll find with Google Experiments. So if you type in experiments.withgoogle.com, you'll find all of them under collections. And there's all kinds of cool things. And before we have talked about some of the different music ones you've been able to do and like arts and culture experiments we've talked about in previous episodes. So there's just a lot of different things to play around with. But I really enjoyed these creative music ones this time around. And I thought, what a fun way to throw that into your classroom. And because it is 49 degrees and raining outside and nobody can go outside for recess, this is kind of a great way to get kids up and moving. Because
this is a great recess toy.
Like toy.
Is that the word I was looking for? Activity.
Yeah. So throw on, the screen creator, sound canvas or with keyboard, and they can dance around and make pictures and music all with their bodies and their faces. And it's so much fun.
Here we go.
The Tech Tools for Teachers podcast.
Thank you.
That's your new intro.
That is amazing. So, Chrome Experiments.
Very much enjoy this.
And you will too. Just try it out. Or just give it to someone who will be entertained.
Would a middle schooler like this? Let's put it on the show and see if my husband plays with it.
While I'm talking. Oh, just like my whole entire life. Yes.
No.
It's successful. And on that note, sound canvas and keyboard on Chrome Experiments. Thanks for tuning in. This has been the Tech Tools for Teachers podcast. If you ever have any questions, you can find me on Twitter at SmartNWI. And if you want more information on the links to the technology discussed in this episode, you can visit smartnwi.com or find me on Facebook. If you'd like to support the show, please consider buying me a coffee. Visit buymeacoffee.com/smartnwi or visit smartnwi.com and click on that cute little purple coffee cup. Your donations help keep the show going. They are much appreciated. Mm-hmm. New episodes each week. Thanks for listening. Go educate and innovate. And happy Teacher Appreciation.
Yes, happy Teacher Appreciation Week. We appreciate all of you, and I appreciate you, Jenna. Heart hands.
Hearts. Thanks.
The ideas and opinions expressed on this podcast and the Smart NWI website are those of the author, Shannon Martin, and not of her employer. Prior to using any of the technologies discussed on this podcast, please consult with your employer regulations. This podcast offers no guarantee that these tools will work for you as described, but we sure hope they do.